So today I have a very, very important guest. It has taken us quite a while to get him. He's a very, very important guest, and to all moms with young adults, this is one of the most videos that you have to watch. And for those that are thinking of relocating to the United States with their young ones, this is a very good opportunity. Before you move, you have to watch this video. So please come, welcome, Ron.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, go ahead and
Asante.
introduce yourself.
Sure. My name is Ron. I am 23 years old. I am. I live in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, where Evelyn and I, where we've met. I am a college student at the moment. I also work, and that's just a few things about me. I could go on for a while, but yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I know you're a leader by your side. Like I can tell you've been doing a lot, especially in church, in
Thank you.
SCCL church, and yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Ron, there's so many young adults that are watching this video,
Mm-hmm.
and first of all, I want to tell you that it has been very amazing the work that you've been doing, especially in all aspect. I've seen you in SCCL church. I've seen you out, and I'm totally impressed. So we have young Kenyans that are thinking of relocating. Like, how did you come to the US and how old were you?
Sure. I first came to the U.S. when I was 11 years old. I came here because my dad had first moved here, and then he applied for us to come, and then eventually we were able to relocate as a family and joined him here in Lancaster. Hmm.
Okay. How was life like in elementary school adjusting from
Yeah.
were you in high school or
No, at that point I just joined sixth grade, so that's like almost going to middle school. So it was like
oh
still, I guess elementary going
yeah.
into middle school. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how was it like?
How was it like? Of course, there's a culture shock,
Yeah.
and moments whereby you're like, oh my goodness, I don't know where I am. Part of me, I didn't think I was gonna be here for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly thought we were just coming to visit, but um, I guess God had other plans.
Okay.
Um, but I would say that um, at first it was scary, but then eventually I met a great group of friends who were able to help me to adjust to the whole environment,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, so it wasn't too bad. So I got to, I mean, plus there's a Kenyan community here, so
Mm-hmm.
it's good. So I was able to still have my that Kenyan side of me
Mm-hmm.
while still trying to get used to the American side.
Yeah,
Yep.
because usually when the first time when I was trying to talk to you, I was like, I said something in Swahili, and I was like, oh, I forgot. But then you could actually
Yeah.
you understand Swahili. Wow,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that's really good of
I
you.
know, I know, I know. Even with the accent, sometimes people are like,
Yeah,
"Are you sure he knows
yeah,
Swahili?" But yes, yeah, I'm still
yeah.
able to retain that.
Yeah, Najua, for most of you that are watching, you can really tell the accent between me and him. He's too American. I'm just okay. So Ron,
Yeah.
let's talk about leadership and
Hmm.
college life. Because maybe somebody right now has their child and maybe they want to relocate for college. How is college life like in the US?
Sure. So with my experience with college, I never got to go to like a 4 year college. So I know with other Kenyans that's going to be different. But for
Mm-hmm.
me, I went to a small community college
Mm-hmm.
to save money.
Yeah.
Yeah, and my experience with that is it's I guess the commuting
Mm-hmm.
aspect of it
Yeah.
is it felt maybe like a normal high school experience,
Mm-hmm.
but now you're in higher level of education.
Mm-hmm.
But ever since like with COVID, things
Mm-hmm.
changed
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of classes went virtual.
Yeah.
So with that is I still have to stay tuned with my classes,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not too bad. It's as long as like you keep up with your assignments or join your classes, make sure that reading your assignments, understanding what you're told what to do. So
Yeah.
it's not too bad. So yeah,
Oh,
college experience is not too bad. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And how is it that you had to keep yourself in church? Like, I understand.
Yeah.
Like the other time I was talking to someone, and it is very hard to find like young adults that are sticking to church. But you've been to church, you and your brothers,
Yeah.
and even give shout out to Paul there. He's the one behind
Yeah,
everything.
shout out to Paul.
Yeah,
Yeah, thank you,
yeah.
Paul.
So how is it? How did you like? You did not get like the changes that when we come here immediately you get into. They have a lot of clubbing. They have a
Yeah.
lot of other things that are going on, you
Yeah.
know. And lakini bado hujapotea sana.
Well, I will say one thing is that so my parents were really involved in church. So dad was chairman, and then of course when mom came, she became part of the praise and worship, and then eventually as things went along, we all joined the instrument team, and yeah, I got into playing music, and then I guess music is one thing that helped me also stay in church. And just the fellowship that we had here again, like with what I was saying, like with being Kenyan, in America.
Yeah.
So it's the one thing that's also helped me retain
Yeah.
my Kenyanness, if that's even a thing. But yeah.
Yeah. And the difference when it comes to color, because
Yeah.
that's a very huge thing.
Yeah.
It has been trending in Kenya right now.
Yeah.
Most Kenyans know that there is, once you land here, you get to understand that you're totally of a different
Yeah.
color.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
was it through your high school and?
Yeah. I would say, thank God I did not experience any form of like, I would say like blatant like racism. There might have been like undertones of like racism whereby like or people were just assumed things about me. I mean one thing they know about Kenyans, we run, so
Yeah.
every time they'd be like, hey, so are you running, are you gonna be joining track and field? Am I doing cross country? But I mean, not to say I didn't try, but like, hey, for me, maybe I did not get the right genetics, but CG. But anyways, my experience wasn't too bad. I would say that I had a great group of friends. They're also from like different African countries. We had people from Rwanda, Ethiopia, Sudan, all these different countries. So like I got to experience different cultures, and then being an open person and having to be open-minded.
Yeah.
You never know who might be your friend. So I was always open to meeting new people. Yeah. So to me, it wasn't. I didn't experience anything too bad. Yeah.
Yeah, and by the way, my viewers, Ron's mom comes from
Oh
Samburu.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so
And
Samburu.
I was born in
You
Samburu.
and he was born in
Yeah.
Samburu. So right now, like most of the cases and organizations here in the US, they go to sponsor young children and food and everything that is in Samburu. What are your plans? Do you like plan to stay here in the US, and you're not thinking of going back, or are you thinking of? I know it's gonna be very hard for you, especially to have new friends in Kenya, let's say, but are you really like thinking of anything to do something in Samburu or Kajiado or
Sure.
anywhere in the country?
Yeah. So I know for sure. Going to Kenya, you also have to go to mom's place, Ushago. But to me, it's not really Ushago. It's like home. So it's just like, yeah, if I can find a way to be a blessing to others. I know one thing is like, there's always new churches being built. There's always, food being given, even like the lack of water. I know there's a drought going on.
Yeah.
Even like just acts of violence whereby people are fighting over cattle or like things that the daily struggles that people in Samburu or Kajiado might be going through. Yeah, but if there's a way that we can find to be of help, I'm open to be to lend a hand. as much as I can. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So we also, I just remembered that we have young adults that are watching this video, um, and the teens. And what would you like to tell them, especially now that you've been through this journey, being raised in the U.S. and like I see you are a very hardworking person. You are a leader here in church. You are a leader everywhere, and as well you're in school and you're working. I mean, I don't know how you do all that at your age,
Yeah.
but do you have any advice for the young adults that are watching tonight?
Sure. My advice would be patient. Just trust the process. I think even for me, having to adjust to the system here, here it's a system of like by the age of 14, you start working part time after school. It's all a schedule, having to maintain a certain lifestyle in a sense. So in order to be successful, you need to keep up, with work, with education, whatever it is that you need to, remain in a steady income or to have that steady income. So I know my advice for the young adults. I know the economy in Kenya, everything is different. But for those who are here, I would say just trust the process. If you're in school, remain in school, finish the degree. If you have a job opportunity or an internship that's coming up, just be open to it. Just you never know where an opportunity might come from. Be open to meeting new people. Expand your skills. You never know. I know nowadays we're in the age of technology.
Yeah.
So having to know how to like use pretty much the internet, whatever it is that you need to know to build on your skills. I would say add on to that. Even when you're lacking, even like I know sometimes we can be held back by things that might hinder us from like even achieving what we want to do. But if we just remain to what it is that we believe in, even like with your thing, this is amazing. I like what you're doing. So I believe that if we keep up with this, that you will it will grow into something big, even into something that you could fathom. Yeah. So I hope in all that I was able to give good advice. So just remain, trust the process.
Yeah.
Let's keep it as that. Trust the process.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, it was so nice having you on
Thank you
today.
very much.
And please go ahead and subscribe to this YouTube channel. And for those that are gonna get an opportunity to watch this program, you can share them across with your family members or those that are thinking of moving to the US, and even those that are thinking to moving to the US countries like UK and Europe countries. It almost the similar thing we encounter when you come to the US and other countries. So thank you so much.